Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play That. Today we're taking a look at Xybots. Copyright 1987. Now if it had said Xybots, I wouldn't even have to say anything. Alright, let's take a look. Ooh, neat. Alright, so controls up, down, left, right. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, so there are buttons to turn facing, which, well, use arrows to find monsters. Oh, believe me, I found the monsters where the arrows to escape monsters. Wow. So this is, you got your top-down isometric shooter, although, honestly, it feels a lot more like a wizardry or some other dungeon crawling game than an actual arcade game. Which is kind of neat. I mean, I didn't know there were any arcade games that followed this kind of behind-the-shoulder perspective. Nice. I have 3 currency. Slow energy loss. Well, I'm all about slowing energy loss. Huh. Speaking of energy... Oh, okay. Energy all the way on the top. Is that just a timer? Let's see... Yeah, I guess I lost energy. Oh, I see. They're using the gauntlet mechanic where, energy is your health and it slowly depletes because quarters are a finite resource, and thus Atari can compete with them. Compete for them. And, well, okay. Thus quarters are a scarce resource, and thus Atari can compete for them. Scarce. You know, I made fun of a guy once for saying it like that. Scarce. What's not scarce? Oh, okay, all monsters destroyed. I thought I'd have to choose which target. It's like, oh geez. Oh no, I have to choose which target. How much you want to bet that one of them leads to danger? Is there any loot? No? Well, they want you to take the one further back. That's what they want you to think. So we'll take the one further up. No, I get the sense that it changed nothing. Not a lot of opportunities in this shop, but we'll slow some energy loss. Let's see, any other buttons do anything fun? Not so much. But I mean, we've got all the fun we need right here. I haven't actually died yet, huh? Oh, cover, I see. At first I was like, what's this can doing here? And then an enemy shot at me and it's like, I know exactly what this can is doing here. This is so trippy, just the 3D perspective. However, like, was it 87 or 78? Pretty sure it was 87. And so, well, that makes this 3D, like, incredibly well done and mildly impressive. But it's not necessarily futuristic. Well, their implementation is sort of futuristic, but, like, the idea of using 3D, it's like, no, that's been done before. I think one thing they really are benefiting from, though, is they're not the first to do 3D, but they're the ones who did it pretty darn well. They've had a few competitors get in the market, get themselves lost. Because if you remember way back, I believe we played Xenophobe or something? Actually, that game wasn't like this at all, because that was a 2D game, but... well, it does kind of remind me of Xenophobe, because you've got, like, the big screen divided in half. Ooh, double energy. Did I buy lives or energy? Oh. Oh, maybe you press left and right, and then you get to choose your 2 things. Neat. But, yeah, so it reminds me a lot about Xenophobe, in that you've got, like, not only is it 2-player co-op, well, technically Xenophobe was 3-player. Geez, where's your 3-player, Atari? I'm just kidding. 3-player 3D is pretty tough. That's why the N64, whenever it did 4-player, it would always be sure to lower the resolution. And that's why PlayStation didn't even really do 4-player. That's why they don't even let you plug 4 players in at the beginning. I mean, yeah, you can buy a multi-tap, but that's not going to help you so much. So anyway, it's kind of like that it's fundamentally a cooperative game, and that it's so fundamentally a cooperative game that like half the screen is reserved for your cooperator, that it does kind of remind me of Xenophobe. Now, it could be they're doing that because, like, yeah, they could probably do 1 player and, like, increase the graphics. Well, increase the graphics as though that were so easy on a sprite-based game. But maybe like they couldn't render things in quite the same speed. You know, those little saucer guys don't even like hurt me, huh? Like I pretty much get the sense that I'm like some sort of bully, just like ruining their day. They're like, hey, here's a coin, bribe money, and it's like, no, you too shall perish. Where am I? Oh, let's go to that one. Oh, are these mini warps? Like they go warp to warp? They do. So you need the coin, face the boss. Oh, that's a mean trick. I mean, I kind of saw it coming because you could like see him shoot the door, but that's not great. Oh, what's with the other end game? Bonus. All right, so let's test out this screen because I'm getting a little tired of. Whoa! We got the mother load. Well, let's see. I can only buy one. I have 9 seconds. Shots move faster. Ooh, shots repelled. But I don't need that. I'm pretty good. Plus, everything's so expensive, so. Shots move faster. Okay. The customization, like, entirely changes this game. Okay, maybe I should have bought a different power-up. Good God. Good God. Everywhere I look, there's another shot at me. Man, this 3D is just so smooth. It's so good. Like, yeah, it may not look like much if you're born in the age of like computers having actual graphics cards, but like just the way this has been implemented, especially for like 87 tech. Oh man, this is pretty sweet. Actually, 87. I wonder what Atari kids would have all the day. I wonder if that's even like the era of the original Nintendo. Oh, attrition is caught up. What? You had every chance of making a name entry screen. Oh, you can move up and down. Well, I was going to complain. The name entry screen doesn't let you move up and down, left, right, but it does. Oh, and you can continue where you left off. That's how you know if you're in a game from the future. Let's see, do I keep all my power-ups? Who can tell, really? Although I don't think I do, because they're all ones. Which is kind of mean, because, like, I didn't pay for it. Well, I guess maybe you could make the argument that it's, like, part of the guy's gun. But, like, his dead corpse is right there, and I don't think they shot the gun. That would be an interesting mechanic for a game, where, like, you kind of customize a weapon as you go along, and then when you die, it's like if you pick up their weapon, then you can continue where you left off. But then, if it was cooperative, quote, cooperative like this, you'd probably have some sort of element of team killing, and then, well, next thing you know, your opponent's gonna kill you just for your weapon, and then it's like, well, I see where this is going. Oh, that's kind of neat. It remembered my name. Okay, well, we tried this. Now let's take the wuss way out and just kind of make a hoof for it to the... That's a lot of robots. I didn't notice when I was like killing them all one division. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can sneak past them all. The answer is no, just in case you're like watching this in the future, but I mean, I think I can make it. Oh, and there's the key even. You don't even have to destroy anyone for the key. On one hand, this is a bad idea. On the other hand, it does take time to kill them all, so it's not as bad an idea as you might think. Okay. Easy peasy. This hallway is awfully long for not really doing anything. I wonder if diagonaling actually... Yeah? It's got that little thing where, because of because of the Pythagorean theorem, then, you actually technically move faster diagonally. Now, you don't move right any faster, but your absolute magnitude of speed is faster. Well, okay, technically your speed is the same, but your velocity is different. And I can see the goal. Why do we even pick up the key? Well, I'll be darned. You can just wuss out and rush to the end. Actually, considering that you don't really get anything from, Oh, I wonder if they gave me, like, wussy power-ups, because, like, I wussed out. Can I have a third shot? Oh! I think you can. Wall appear. Why would any of those be useful? Oh, I have a second shot. Unfortunately, you cannot buy it twice, but that's kind of nice. I don't know, I find in games like this, it's, I was wondering, why would you want to see the map? Why can you buy the map as a power-up? Well, now I know exactly why the map is a power-up. It's kind of interesting. You're playing against, like, these almost devilish monsters. It's like, gee, I wonder if the guys who made Doom saw this game and were like, hey, let's make some of that. I really don't think so. That seems so implausible. But a fellow can dream. Wow. Well, it's a lot less interesting when the enemies can put up more of a fight. And it's also kind of annoying that you have to keep on, like that you're tied to this energy mechanic. And like, yeah, okay, first-person shooters, having a life mechanic, it's like, that's fine. But like, running out of energy as you go, it's like the whole point of a first-person shooter is that if you want to play skillfully, you're going to have to play it a little slow so you don't get hit all the time. But, well, unfortunately, I think we've started to see where this gets a little hard. Oh, you can't skip through it by just pressing buttons. That's so weird, because, ooh, try 2 players. You get more energy, more coins, more strategies, double firepower. Players cannot hurt each other. Players cannot hurt each other. Because that's, like, the very first thing we'd try if we were doing 2-player, huh? Well, more strategies, though. That, I don't know. So, they won't let you skip through the number... They won't let you skip through the time down, but they'll let you bask in the glory of, like, what you could get if you did 2-player. Now, what they're not telling you is with 2 players, they make twice the money. But maybe you die less of the time, so maybe it actually works out to your benefit. Either way, when you're playing a cool game like this, what's time? Apparently infinite because we're stuck here. So if I enter a coin... Oh, I see. I was waiting for it to, like, reset. This is it reset. Huh. Well, let's insert a 2-player coin and see if he looks any different. Well, I don't know if that was intentional, but I have my controls set up to also be 2-player. I don't actually have a turn the other way, so you just turn really fast. Man, I used to play a puzzle game with a friend, and like you could rotate the block left or right. Like one button was left, one button was right. But he didn't really like using that. He just liked pressing the one button really, really fast. And so sometimes you'd have to rotate it 3 times, but by golly, he'd get it done. Me, on the other hand, will not get it done. So this is Ace. The other guy's Rock. Well, but Ace is like an altogether way cooler name than Rock. So why would Ace not be the first player character? Let's... Oh, Zapper uses... Wait, Zapper uses energy? Let's see, 1,000. Find energy gone with energy low. No, the energy doesn't seem to be going down any faster if you use the Zapper. So I think they're just trying to scare you. Just trying to get you into the artificial scarcity thing. Well, that was actually a pretty sweet game. Frankly, I wasn't entirely sure that they could get like a game looking like this back in 1987. And this is probably running on Atari hardware too. So, man, Atari did this. That's pretty good. I mean, yeah, I know it's all sprite-based, and they're just using like simple transforms to do everything, and it's not actually rendering in 3D. But it's not so much the technical achievement, it's like the design achievement. It's that they got it all working so smooth that they, well, okay, so one thing that like you may not have quite picked on is that like when you move wall to wall, like you're still there. So let's see, we move closer to this wall, we move right. We start out closer to that wall. Like, it's not like your Contra Nest thing where like, yeah, you can move left and right, but it's gonna reset your depth as you do it. This one, they take great pains to keep track of where you are. And when you change your facing, like, they must keep track of some sort of positioning thing, because, like, they're doing it pretty darn well as you change things. Like, here I'm right, and then you change over, and you're kind of closer down. Like, I'm pretty sure that took a fair bit of time to get that map down just right. I know that because I'm pretty sure I played other games where, like, they don't do that at all. And so that's the achievement, like, putting everything together in a way that kind of feels super smooth and makes for a good game. Well, on that note, well, we've had our fun. It's been a good time, but unfortunately, on that note, this cat's got a scat.